What's up, guys? Kind of a random video today, just changing the air filter on the 6th gen Buick Century. Now this goes for the Regal and other similar cars. It's good to know how to work on your car, and I just want to get more inclined. So I'm just practicing. I've done this before. You'll take these clips, you just unclip them, but you'll have to unloosen these hose clamps as well. And then the entire air intake system just kind of slips off. That's going to be your toughest part, is just unclipping those, watching out for the sensors, don't bump into anything. You just loosen those hose clamps, and eventually you can just slowly pry the entire air intake hose off of the engine. You can see there, that's how I've got it. And there's your throttle body air intake, or I believe that's what it's called. I may have to double check on that, but that's your map sensor. You want to clean these. Make sure you get all the old dust out of there. Boy, I did this a couple years ago and it was dirtier than I thought. So if you got an extra rag or towel, make sure it's clean, but you want to clean the surrounding area, clean your map sensor, like I showed you where that was, and clean your, your intake valve. I may have to check on my terminology, but yeah, look how dirty this was just after the last time. So make sure you're not blowing dust into your engine, because your air intake valve is going to be exposed now. And just try not to bump into your old sensors or any of the old plastic. But I got kind of some bad camera work going on here. I'm just kind of checking up on some things here. I need to figure out a better way to record these, because I did miss sort of some of the process. But this is a very easy job, guys. You just need to have confidence in yourself. And once you actually get something done and you did yourself in your car, it makes you feel good. This is a very simple job. Like some people would, be able to do this, no question. But yeah, here's me cleaning it out. And then just the hose clamps kind of just slide off. The plastic gets stiff over the years. You may be afraid you're going to break it. Just be careful. And, you pry it off of the air intake box and then pry it off of there. And you can just set it to the side. Leave all the sensors connected. And then putting it back on is kind of the same process, y'all. We just kind of slip those back on, the hose clamps, the same way it came. Get your new engine filter in there. Look at the difference on that. Yes, sir. So let's go. Just in case, man, I figure why not make a little video on it. Make sure to always go and give your car a little test drive after you do some work. Make sure there's no issues. So that's great. Thank you for watching, and have a great night. 6th gen Buick Century rocks, man.